I'm starting to think home field advantage is vastly overrated. What's going on, guys? It's Frankie here. And how about those Houston Rockets coming into Washington down 2-0, backs against the wall. Everybody's written them out. Well, okay, most people, including yours truly right here, wrote them off after game 2. They can't come back now. And my goodness, what a performance. The Astros win it tonight. Final score 7-1. And they are now 1 win away from a second World Series in the last 3 years. We'll break it all down here, guys, for you. Go Astros. Yes, Oscar. Go Astros. All right, let's get to... I mean, we can break down this game if we want to, but honestly, I'm looking at it. This game did not turn on a pitch or an at-bat or a pitching move, or actually it did kind of on a pitching change. It was earlier today. It was not a call to the bullpen. It was not... hello, straight from Houston. Oscar, congratulations. Hope you people in Houston are celebrating down there tonight. Now, the reason why, this is the whole turning point of this game tonight, and the reason why Houston ended up winning this game, really came down to about 2-3 hours ago when it was announced that Max Scherzer couldn't go, and that Joe Ross was going to go in his place on short notice. Forget short rest, short notice. And right then and there, I knew the Astros were going to win this game, because Ross would have had to pitch out of his mind. I'm not going to blame Ross for how he pitched tonight. Look, it was a frustrating night, but you know what? He didn't know he was pitching. Nobody knew he was going to pitch until today. Nobody knew he was going to pitch until earlier today. No. So for me to sit there and criticize him, for not having a good outing, you know what? In unexpected times, something, I can't really criticize. Again, he had no idea he was going to pitch. So for me to sit here and go crazy on him, I'm not really going to do it. Hold on here, guys, just for a second. YouTube has blocked another one of my videos. Thank you, YouTube, for doing that. You communists are the worst. So, and then the Astros just took advantage of it. 3 2-run home runs, including the last one here by Springer, Alvarez. I mean, it's amazing to me. This team, you can never count these guys out. You can never, ever, ever count these guys out. Every time you think, all right, whatever. There's just so many guys on this offense. So many guys that can hit. So many guys that are loaded. Great game, go Astros, take it back. Astros in 6, take it back. Best comeback. A great comeback for this Astros team. I mean, considering that they were down 2-0. Not a traditional, runs comeback, but a great comeback of, you're down 2-0. Everybody's written you off, and 3 wins in Washington. 3 wins in Washington. The road team has won every single game in the series. Go figure that this has happened. Bizarre to me. So, and Washington yet again was shut down by a dominant performance from Gerrit Cole. I think most of us expected this, that he wasn't going to be terrible 2 nights in a row, or 2 games in a row, and he stepped up tonight. Big game, delivered 7 innings, 1 run, home run late to Soto, who Soto's the only one in that national team that owns him for some reason. For some reason, Soto's got him. But for whatever the reason, they got to him there and pulled out go Astros. EJ loves money. Congrats. Feel bad for these fans. I feel bad for them a little bit too. I feel bad. Okay, again, Nationals fans. Okay, shut up. Go home. Why are you sitting there celebrating? Yeah, the Curly W. Go home like these people. Go home like these pathetic people. Actually, they're not pathetic, but at least these people are like, all right, we're heading home. Season's probably over. The Texans also won today, but JJ's Watt's out for the rest of the season. Yeah, but it's okay. I mean, at least you got Deshaun with the win. You can overcome the JJ Watt's loss with how good the Texans win was and the Astros win. I mean, what a great day in Houston. I don't know what the Rockets did. I guess the Rockets won yesterday, or I can't remember. I think they beat New Orleans. I know that because my friend's a Pelicans fan and he hated that I brought it up to him today. But wow, they're celebrating for the Astros. Absolutely, celebrate right now, Houston. Again, just the fact that this team has in 3 consecutive games shut down Washington. That the Nationals, who were just this high-power offensive team in the first 2 games, goes home and scores 3 runs in 3 games. They got shut down. 3 runs in 3 games. That is mind-boggling to me. This Nationals team that could just hit all this kind of hitting throughout the entire postseason, they come here and they can't do anything right. They can't score at all. Just shocking to me. And this whole series has just stunned me. But here we go again, another just crazy moment. And Houston now pulls it out. Looking for the stats here. They get the full. Again, I can't really break down the game because it was over before the game started. When Scherzer couldn't go, you knew right there, all right, this game, Houston's in the win column. They just need to do what they had to do. Cole, great, 7 innings, 3 hits, 1 run, 2 walks, 9 strikeouts, 110 pitches, and the 3 home runs, Alvarez, which was a killer in the second, Correa, which basically ended it, and then the Springer home run, which was just lights out, after that. And then Gurriel had the RBI single there in the 8th in between. Hello, what's up, Lord? Let's go Astros. The Houston fandom is here. Don't have Nationals fans here. And I think that's only because of my Astros-Yankees videos. I don't get any Nationals fans here. I would like to see some Nationals fans. Not that I don't love the Astros fans, but I do want to see like a little bit of the Washington reaction. But regardless, again, just domination from the Astros here for the last 3 games. Shutting the Nationals out. Nationals not being able to score. Everybody basically, with the exception of Soto, going quiet tonight. Look at it. Turner 0 for 4. Eaton 0 for 4. Rendon 0 for 3. Soto, again, was the only good. Zimmerman 0 for 2. Robles 0 for 3. Gomez 1 for 3. Just, oh gosh. Looking for like really bad. Who's the worst hitter in this? I guess Turner's batting 136. He's LVP right now. And now you sit there and go, who's the Astros MVP as of right now? Going to split the MVP 5 ways. Kyoto Brown, Astros, congrats there. The MVP right now, there's a lot of MVP candidates out there. I'm so glad the series going back to Houston. We don't have to listen to that Baby Shark song anymore. Yeah, it was a sad Baby Shark. When they did the Baby Shark, they were down like 4-0, so nobody really it was really like silent. It was kind of awkward. And it was right before Fox. It was right after Fox played Afternoon Delight, which I loved. I love Fox's soundtrack in the series. It's so weird. It's so random. They just pick whatever song is out there. It doesn't mean it makes sense. They just put it out there. So yeah, play Afternoon Delight. What the heck? I love Anchorman. Put it out there. How did we take all 3 games in DC? I can't believe it either. After Houston, I sat here, and you guys can go back and look at the tape. Old takes exposed. You have at it. I said, I don't think there's any way Houston's going to win all 3 games in Washington. It's so unlikely. Washington's playing so good right now. But we forgot, and I think all of it, Houston's a better team. We knew this going in, and for some reason, finally Yordan hit a home run. Yeah, Yordan coming up big here late. That was the momentum changer. Everything turned around after that. And so he gets the home run there that really starts it off, and then the other home runs by Correa again and Springer that really just killed it, and the Astros win it 7-1. I'm done. You can't explain baseball, Susan. I'm stunned here that this has happened. Again, the road team has won every game in the series. The last time I think that's happened was 96. 96, I think the road team won the first 5 games. This is mind-boggling to me that we're in this position again, that the road team has won every single game. And so it's crazy. I would have never. You could have gotten 1,000,000 to 1 odds on that. No way I could have guessed that. That the Astros would go completely silent in the first 2 games. The Nationals would just be pouring on the runs. Then come back to Washington, crowd all into it. First World Series in years. The Nationals go completely silent, and Houston just keeps hitting. It's over at Houston. It will be over at Houston. Whether it's an Astros victory, and I'm now leaning towards Astros victory. I'm going to stick with Astros in 7. I don't know, although, who goes in Game 6? Do you start Scherzer or do you start Strasburg? I would start Scherzer, because then you get the advantage of, you get Scherzer, if Scherzer's healthy, and I don't know what his status is right now with the neck, I'm going to assume it's okay, but, assuming sometimes can bite you. I'm going to assume he's okay, and then he'll be back, and then if you get it, you get Scherzer Game 6, Strasburg Game 7, and I'll take that over Verlander Greinke, and even though Verlander's great, even though Greinke was great in the last game, I still think the advantage there lies with Washington there. So I'm all for playing the rest of the season in DC. Astros are on a roll. It's gonna be so crazy if we go back to Washington, if we go back to Houston, and the Nationals win those 2 games, and then I'm gonna I might tear my hair out. Yordan Correa is starting to hit Washington. You have a problem. Yes, I meant series, not season. Yes. JJ Watt out. Yeah, that's a rough. Sorry about that, guys, Texans fans. That's rough. You got the win though today. Deshaun Watson with 1 eye scoring touchdowns. Astros take it in 6. We will see tomorrow night. Or not tomorrow night, Tuesday night. So, all right, Tuesday will be Game 6, and looking forward to it. Dominant tonight from Houston. Could not, after the first home run, and by the way, the similarity with all 3 of these games, Houston got on the board early. I think in the first game, it was in the second inning. Second game, first inning, and then tonight, second inning. They always get on the board early. They always shut Washington up early. They don't drag it out. They get the lead early, and they never relinquish it. Astros in 6 take it back. Would that be a first road team winning every game? It almost happened in 96, but in 96, if I remember correctly, in 96, the Yankees won Game 6. Now, I know that at home. The Yankees were home for Game 6, and they won Game 6 on the Georgia Reddy triple and all that. Wade Boggs riding a horse. It was amazing. So, yeah, I don't think that's ever happened before. Dominate on the road. Yep, on the road, deliver. On the road, these teams have been delivering here. And so, I think that'd be the first time it ever happened. It'd be crazy. It'd be bizarre. But you know what? Why the heck not? Let's see something we've never seen before. Please, I hope the ratings go up. Game 6 for Tuesday night, let the ratings go up. People need to see this, all right? This has been a very good series, even though we've only had one real close game. Who's pitching in Game 6? Verlander's pitching for Houston. I don't know about Washington. Because, again, you can go for Scherzer. Do you go Scherzer or do you go Strasburg? I think if Scherzer's healthy, you go with Scherzer. And Verlander will pitch Game 6. But, yeah, if Scherzer comes to me on Tuesday and he says, Coach, I can go. If he goes to Dave Martinez and says, I can go, I start him. So I don't know if I don't know what his health. I don't know what his health is going to be. I don't know what. Oh, by the way, Houston, I know you're doing it. Congratulations. Also, congratulations, Houston. You finally apologized to that female reporter. Good job. It took you a week. Well done. That's going to try to be the last time I bring that up because thank God that story is finally on the back burner. It was really depressing, but good for Houston again. Beside all that, all the front office craziness, this week on the field, they've gotten rid of the distraction and they've played great. Here in on the 3 road games here in Washington, they've delivered. They've had all these guys step up. Bregman, Correa, Altuve, Springer, all these guys. Gurriel, Alvarez tonight. It's just so many guys. That's what's so scary about this team. There's so many guys on this team that can hit, and that's what you really see here. It's like watching the NBA Finals. And here's how I compare it. It wasn't just Kawhi getting points for the Raptors at the end. It was Siakam, it was Lowry, it was Van Fleet out of nowhere, it was Danny Green, it was all these guys. And here for the Astros, it's all these guys contributing, all these guys playing team offense, playing great. I don't care about the ratings. Astros just need to finish this. No, look, you might not care about the ratings. I love baseball, so I want the ratings to do high, and I want people to watch this. It's Game 6. What are you going to watch on Tuesday? Game 6 of the World Series. Come on. And the series has been interesting so far, so turn it on. Please turn it on. But I want, yeah, the Nationals have, I can't get out of my head. Nationals have scored 3 runs in 3 games at home. They scored 3 runs in 3. I think they scored more runs in the 2 home games, in one of the home games they played against St. Louis, than in the 3 home games they play here in the World Series. What the heck happened? They stopped hitting runners in scoring position, and Astros pitching shut them out. All right, I'm gonna change the channel here. Their magic ran out. Yep, it looked like it, but maybe the magic carpet ride's finally over, or maybe they'll come back here in Game 6. I'm going to change the channel here. I don't know what's going on in the football game. Maybe it's over, maybe it's not. We'll see. Maybe it's over, but it's Strasburg. Strasburg is pitching, okay? They announced that? Okay. So it will not be Scherzer. Then when's Scherzer pitching? If Scherzer's healthy, when does he start? Baby Shark, do. Yeah, it's over. The Baby Shark is done. I never have to hear that song again. Oh, gosh. Thank God. I'm so sick of that song. Minute Maid Park might be Nationals. Good luck to our and vice versa. It would be crazy if each team won only the other park. I mean, if the Nationals win the next 2, that will happen. I'm not ruling on it, though. But, my goodness. Now their bullpen has gotten itself straight. Verlander will destroy. Yeah, great job by the Astros. Bullpen here tonight. They gave up no runs, but they helped with the fact that Cole was unhittable. No more Baby Shark. Mayday! Watch the Nationals force a Game 7 and win. Again, I don't know. And I'm gonna lean towards Washington because I have respect for Washington, but I honestly don't know. The way Houston's been playing, I don't know anymore. I think their streak is over 3 runs in 3 games. That's bizarre, man. 1 run in each game. How does that happen? You can't predict baseball. You can't predict baseball. After scoring 17 runs in 2 games, they've scored 3 runs in 3 games. And the Astros, they scored 7 runs the Astros scored 7 runs in the first 2 games, and the next 3 games they've scored 19. So the Nets are better on the road. All right, but you can't be at least decent at home? It's okay if you're better on the road, but you can't even be decent at home? I hate there's a day off. Astros need to keep rolling. Yeah, but you got to get travel day. The travel day is important, so I sure hope you're going to want that travel day, so. Yeah, I'll enjoy the day off tomorrow. We get to watch Steelers-Dolphins tomorrow on Monday Night Football. Can't wait for that. Oh, gosh, I hate that. Washington was practicing for the ring ceremony. Astros, take it back. Yeah, take it back. Yeah, I see that hashtag all over. I know it's Houston's official hashtag. Okay, so the football game ended. I don't know what happened. I'll check it out here in a little bit. I'll change the channel. Hold on. I don't know why the Astros talked about in the team meeting after the game 2 loss, but it's working. Whatever they did, yes. Whatever they do, the Nationals should do that in Game 6 and 7. I mean, again, what a turnaround. What a remarkable turnaround for this Houston Astros team who looked dead in the water after 2 games. They couldn't hit. The pitching was rough. Starting pitching struggled. They looked dead. Heading to Washington, they look dead. And their comeback has been nothing short of sensational. Did Green Bay win 31-24? Yes, Green Bay, the Packers win 31-24 over Kansas City. Packers cover the spread. Aaron Jones, a 67-yard touchdown to Aaron Rodgers was the final blow. So, congrats to Green Bay there. Kansas City, I wouldn't worry too much about them. They lost without Mahomes, so it's okay. But this series is crazy. Springer crushed all Nats fans' hearts. I think Alvarez crushed their hearts. I think after Alvarez hit the home run, they all just like turned to the camera and said, "It's a living." Like they just knew right there. They were just like, "Here we go again." Like they knew right there after Alvarez hit the home run. They've seen this story after Game 3 and after Game 4. They just knew they were dead. A World Series game that ends before. Yes, that's crazy. I'm doing this live stream at I started at 11:28. I never get to start at 11:28 for a World Series game anymore. So good job, baseball. This game breezed by. So good job, guys. I'm gonna guess Game 6 and Game 7 won't be that. They'll be like 2-hour live streams, and they're gonna go until like 4:30 in the morning. George Springer, the 14th player with 7 career World Series home runs. I don't know what list that is. Who's on that list? I know Mansel's on that list and a few others, but what a list he joins. Then you can see same thing for the Astros being 3 games on the road in DC. Go Astros, take it back. Take it back. Let's see what I mean. Again, I'm not rooting for either team here. I just want a good series, and my gosh, I've gotten it. My gosh, what a great series so far. Back and forth in terms of back in Houston and forth in Washington. 2 and 3, and we'll see if Washington can complete the 2-3-2, or if Houston can just finish it in Game 6 or 7. I'm going to lean towards Houston. I think they're the better team. Whether or not it's 6 or 7, we'll have to wait and see. You can feel the toxic nature there, and it ended the Nats' chances. The game was over in the 7th. Yeah, probably the 6 or 7, that big strikeout there. Oh yeah, the strikeout there with the 7th, and Nationals fans are going to be like, hey, the pitch was outside the strike zone. Yeah, it should have been a ball, but I mean, there's so many bad calls in strike zones, they don't even really. Umpire was off, but Nats could still not get off some bad calls. Yeah, there were a lot of. We need to work. The umpires did a terrible job in the series, and they need to do a better job calling balls and strikes. But yeah, I don't really know if I can complain about. Oh, you called it. It's like, it happens for both teams here. Both teams got off with it. If you watch the strike zone on TV, both teams got away with it. The most home runs in his first 12 World Series games. George Springer ties Chase Utley for the most all time. 7 home runs in World Series games, and we'll see if he can continue it with 8 tomorrow. 8 in Game 6 or Game 7. I think he is. We're behind the play. Yeah, they're right. How about Cole? Too bad we won't have him next year. I mean, yeah, he's gonna ask for a lot of money, and my gosh, he deserves it. He deserves every penny he gets. Actually, I'm gonna keep it there. He's deserving of every single penny he's gonna get. The way he played, just terrific. Again, coming back after game 1, he was lights out. You knew it from the moment he was there. You're like, all right, this is Cole. This is postseason Cole. Only bad pitch of the night was when he gave up the home run to Soto, which almost just a few more inches that would have been like a double, or maybe it would have been out. But regardless, he's great. And Yankees, please sign Cole. Do whatever you can and sign Gerrit Cole. You probably won't, but do us all a favor and sign him. We could really use a starting pitcher. Really use him badly, but yeah, terrific night from Gerrit Cole. Again, no complaints. He was sensational, and the Alvarez home run was the first killer, and then the Correa and Springer home runs. Rumors that Cole is moving to the West Coast. If he is, then whatever West Coast team he'll have, he'll be. Baseball fans won't know who he is anymore. But you know what? He'll be good. Hold on. Okay, there's the lights. The Astros need to re-sign Cole and pay whatever he wants. Yes, I agree. He's been terrific in this postseason. He's been terrific this entire season. I don't know why you wouldn't want to pay him. I mean, look, the 7-8 year deals are pains because at the back end those deals aren't going to be great. But if you can, I would try to get like 4 or 5 years. But whatever you can get for this guy, he's great. I don't feel like you can underpay him. He can make the case for most valuable player. The way he's played in this series, here in this game, sounds like you want to move out west for some reason. Some guys just don't, they look at LeBron. He was winning in Miami, but he wanted to go back to Cleveland. And then Kyrie left, and he was like, all right, now I want to go to LA and make movies. If he wants to win more world, yes. Yankees don't get Cole, Yankees will. Yankee will. Next man up. That's funny, yeah. I do wish he stays, though. Oh, yeah. Hey, I missed the game today. Oh, yeah, you missed a great game. You missed. Well, actually, it wasn't a great game. It was over in the second inning. How about Astros catcher? Yeah, great job tonight. Great job tonight by Houston. Again, the whole team tonight just stepped up, and they have throughout the first 3 games. Dave Martinez refused to call out Lance Barksdale for any controversial calls. These guys are the best. That's why they're umpiring in the World Series. Good job, Dave Martinez. Don't take it. Don't take the L. Don't try to pick a fight there. It's like good job, but. Oh man, fantastic for Houston here. Commentator said he may go to the Angels. Yeah, I mean, oh boy, can you imagine him add him to Trout? Might be nice. I don't have to say I don't like seeing a player unable to go in the most important game. Scherzer having that pain came at the worst time. Oh, that was terrible. I read that article and I was like, I'm not even a Nationals fan, but I sat there and I was like, bummer. And then I was like, okay, then the Astros are probably gonna win this game. They have no excuse not to. That was a bummer. I hope he goes Tuesday night. Great game for Astros fans. Series, then he needs to stay on the Astros. Yes. Again, for you guys, I think he absolutely should stay on Houston. They should pay him whatever he wants, but I don't know. I don't know what he's feeling right now. I don't know, and we won't know for months on end. I mean, he's not gonna after this series. He's not gonna make an announcement of where he's going. But sorry, I didn't finish my comment. No problem. So yeah, I don't know where he's gonna go, but wherever he goes, best of luck to him, and he's going to make any team better. He's going to make any pitching rotation better. I didn't make any excuse for Game 5. You have to play with the team you have. Yes. Fair. No, you have to play with the team you had, and the Nationals had the team that they were, unfortunately, they had to say no to Scherzer. And in the end, it was right. And I'm a slow typer. No problem. I'm the fastest, this kind of typer ever. I'm I do the one finger thing, and I'm faster than anybody at that. I'm amazing. Thought the Washington crowd would be loud. Not so much it's going to be loud in H-Town. Again, Washington crowd, the Nationals crowd, they're loud in the first inning, they're loud in the second inning, and then they got quiet because the Astros have scored a run. They don't have a lot of time to be loud and crazy because they're always behind. They're always behind. In every point in the series, it seems like they've been behind. So, but again, a bummer for them. But again, you took advantage on the road, and you haven't been able to take advantage here at home. So, rough one there. Rough one there for Washington. Weird flex, but okay. It is a weird flex. I don't have a lot to flex about, so I flex about being the fastest one-finger typer ever. That's all I have. I'm very proud of it, too. But, man, poor Washington. I do feel a little bit bad, but whatever. The Astros fans were never dead at really any point this postseason. Yeah, I mean, because, again, Houston, if I remember correctly, Houston scored the first runs in Game 1. So they had the lead. And then in Game 2, I'd like to say Washington had the lead 2-0 in Game 2, and then Bregman hit the home run and tied the game up, and then they really got quiet. They were really loud until the 7th. So the situation, if what happens here in Game 5 happened to the Astros, they would have gotten quiet early. But they were always in the game. You never felt like, the Nationals were in any of these games. Lots of Astros fans in Washington, yeah. What did the Astros do between Game 2 and Game 3? What mental changes did they make? I don't know. Did they listen to did they watch Braveheart or Miracle or National Lampoon's Vacation or what's that one? Animal House? Did they watch any of those movies with great motivational speeches? I don't know what happened. Or maybe they're just like, guys, it's over. No, back to the wall. We got to step up. I don't know what happened, but whatever they did, it's working. Whatever they did, whatever they're taking, that's probably wrong to say. Whatever they're doing right now, it's working, and it's working great to their advantage. Pitching's great. Hitting's great. 3 games to 2. What a job here. Whoever wins this series, I'll be happy for, because they both deserve it. Although, it would be funny if, now Washington waited until now to choke. Did we give up when was it over when the Germans bombed Pearl Harbor? Hell no! The funny thing is, some people will, tweet that out, that quote, and then there'll be somebody underneath who will be like, but the Germans didn't bomb Pearl Harbor, and it's like, oh, watch Animal House, please. That's an all-time great movie, and that scene is iconic. It's one of the great movie speeches of all time. What do you think of Uriel threw himself again for the out? Whatever it was at work, they could have talked about sushi and it would have gone around the world. Gurriel's great. Astros just Gurriel stepped up here. He had the big RBI single. Watch your chat after Game 6. Felt your pain, but you guys don't know real pain. Houston knows real pain. Now we are blessed with new Astros. Yeah. I'm trying to think. The Rockets had 94-95. They had the 2 titles. They had the 2 titles there in 94-95. And they also had I think that was it. Yeah, they never had an Oilers title. Never had a Texans title. And the Astros never had that. So yeah, it's been except for 94-95, Houston had a rough sports history. But they took 20 years, but they finally turned it around. The Nationals may compete again next year because of their pitching. Yeah, I was thinking of that last night too. I'm like, all right, the one thing that's going to keep the Nationals alive is the pitching. That's the one thing. But I don't know about the offense for 2 years. Again, the pitching was great for 1 year. I don't know about how good can that offense be for 2 years. So, whatever's going to happen to the Nationals. Again, enjoy this moment, savor it, and whatever happens, they've had a great postseason. Even if they lose this series, great postseason for them. But yeah, the pitching's going to be great, but I don't know about how the offense is going to do. Can the Nationals come back next year? Yeah, we just had that talk. I mean, again, they're an old team, so they got a lot of good players on there, but I got to see it again. I mean, there are teams you think that are always going to. We thought the Indians were going to come back. They didn't. We thought the Red Sox, they went out of the playoffs. Teams that immediately flooded. The Giants won a World Series 3 times in the decade, and the next year they always missed the playoffs. Look at the Dodgers; they remained competitive. Yeah, but the Dodgers, they got a lot of talent there, and they always, and then they eventually find ways to underachieve. So, I'm not gonna roll it out. We had those titles. Patrick Ewing screamed at John Starks being accepted the coaching position with the Dodgers not giving the ball. Oh, I can imagine. I can imagine. Oh, Ewing screaming at Starks. Yeah. Yeah, that was, oh gosh. That still gives me nightmares. Oh, game 6, 94. John, a terrible shot. John, again, that's the one reason why I can't stand John Starks. That ruins, and it probably is irrational, because John Starks was a great Nick, had a lot of great moments. But my gosh, in the most important moment in Nick franchise history, except for in the last 45 years, in the last 50 years, almost, he was awful. I've been driving insane waiting for the next game. Well, you gotta wait 48 hours, my friend. You'll be okay. You'll be fine. We got 2 days awaited. You'll be okay. You need time to relax. We get some sleep tomorrow. We get to sleep early because, again, it's Steelers Dolphins Monday Night Football, so I get to go to bed early. I'm very excited about that. But and then we'll get ready for Game 6 and we'll see what happens there. How do you think Yankees would have done against Nats? The pitching was not great this postseason, so I think they'd probably have the same, if not more, struggles in terms of there'd be points when they wouldn't be able to hit and they'd strike out a lot and the pitching would be rough. I think it'd go 7 games. I don't know who'd win. It'd be close because now I'm watching. It's just I think the Yankees would probably win. I think, but gosh, I'm just worried about. I've seen that Yankee team just fail to hit and strike out. It's a bummer. Yes, they're Urgani better than Cole. No, but a great Game 4 performance. The Rockets won last night over the Pelicans. The Rockets play tomorrow night versus the Thunder. Yeah, great win for Houston last night. Again, shoot better. You guys will be good. And oh boy, Rockets Thunder. Oh boy, it'd be amazing if I can't wait to see what Westbrook does to his old team. He's probably gonna flex on them. He's probably just gonna take Westbrook's gonna take 70 shots tomorrow night and make 35 of them. Just about half. And yeah, what he's gonna do to Oklahoma City? That's gonna be crazy. Can't wait to see that. It's a shame it's not gonna be. It's a shame it's not gonna be on national television. I don't think it's gonna be on NBA TV. What a bummer. I'll have to catch the highlights later. But oh boy, the thought of that is making me so excited to see what Westbrook does to his old team. Goodness gracious. Yeah, Rockets. So yeah, and you get to watch that. You get to watch that Houston tomorrow, and you get to relish in this Game 5 victory. You get to just relish and enjoy this Game 5. This Game 5 win. Good job for them. Here's your job at the Yankees tonight. The Nationals may have taken the title of Bush fans and forth. The one thing the Yankees had to claim this year. Did the Nationals do something that I didn't know? What do the Nationals fans do? Is it just the Baby Shark stuff? Because I haven't read any stuff about did the Nationals fans act unruly? Maybe they have. If they have, then that's awful. I mean, there's terrible fans in every. You can find every team, and you can find terrible fans. There's not one fan group that has all good people in it. There's not one group of people, period, that has all good people in it. Now I can sleep like a baby. Yes, you can relax, you can enjoy it, and get ready for Game 5. Game 6, actually. Get ready. So, relax tomorrow. Relax tonight. Relax tomorrow. You'll be good. I'm gonna get millions of bots until I get the High School Musical podcast. That's right, Frankie. No, I'm glad you haven't forgotten. I mentioned this for people who knew. I said a few weeks ago, or I think it was this week. Yeah, I think I said after Patriots Jets. I said we'll get to the president for a second. If I ever get to like 10,000 or 100,000 subscribers, sometime when I get really popular, hopefully in the future, I would do a podcast. I would do a podcast series, and one of the podcasts I would do it on would be High School Musical. I know you're probably shutting off the stream right now. I'm telling you, I have so much to say about that movie, so I'm gonna wait. Hey, if you create thousands of millions of accounts, all more power to you. I'd love to have PewDiePie's fan base. Oh, good, the Rockets are playing versus the Thunders in Houston. Can't wait. They booed the president again. Again, I don't care. The president should not do that at a baseball game. It's baseball fans. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure they're. I think they booed Obama. I think a little bit too, but I think that's when he put on the White Sox hat. So, 2 goals, Flash Cole. No, wait, like Flash, like okay. We don't want to go down that road, but I don't know. Is that as bad as like 2 goals, Flash? Is that as bad as? I'm not defending him. Is that as bad as like the stuff they said about Greinke or Altuve? I don't know. It just seems crazy, but whatever. Hold on, what? I don't think the Nationals left the game early. I mean, always some who do, but the standard player folded to the end. Wouldn't that make them good fans? Yeah, I guess the difference is like good fans that act passionate, and then the fans that act unruly. I can't wait to watch this movie, the Mr. Rogers movie. I can't wait to see it. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be great. MAGA, please, we're keeping politics out of this, people. Cole's talking about the media right now. But I can't wait to see what he's been great. And see what he has to say. I don't know if he'll say anything totally interesting. This movie's going to be amazing, guys. The Mr. Rogers movie. Tom Hanks is going to be so good. I'm going to cry during it. It's going to be great. Okay, yeah, I just wanted to say that. The homer just crushed the Nat spirit. Yeah, all 3 home runs just destroyed Washington. The Alvarez, Correa, and Springer home runs was just like brutal. And Washington just could not recover from the first home run especially, and then each home run got more and more devastating. This is probably the least analysis we're doing on the game because the game was basically over again in the second inning. The game was over before that. When you found out that Scherzer was going to go, you knew the Astros had this in the bag. So, yeah, now they're up 3-2. Flash and Cole, would that be to make him play better or worse? I don't know. Did you see Alvarez take the wrong jump to the only ball hit to him? Scared me. I thought for a brief second the ball was going to go over his head. Yeah, it was. But no, it was. He was good, man. The Astros, good defense in the series. Good defense in the series. Fine defense. The national staff had to practice a trophy celebration between Games 2 and Game 3. That reminds me of the 2013 finals when they ripped out the floor with the Spurs up 3-2. It's not that bad. It reminds me of the 86 World Series when the Red Sox were up on the Mets and they had the champagne and they put the champagne in the locker room. The trophy was there, and then as soon as the comeback happened, they had to get all that stuff out of there. And we know how that ended. The Astros need to close the series out Tuesday night in Game 6. I don't think it's 100% necessary. It would be nice, but I don't think it's totally 100% like, oh, we have to do this. Ross did better than I thought he would. I guess, but I mean, what was your expectation for him? I mean, that was about what I expected. 4 runs. It was like, yeah, he did okay near the end, but it was just like whatever. The Astros love taking the other team's hopes away. Yeah, they did it to the Yankees. They did it to the Rays when the Rays teed them. I'm looking back on this and watching how the Astros are playing in the series. I'm like, how did they almost lose to Tampa? How did Tampa push them to a Game 5? I'll never be able to understand that. Wait, Tom Hanks is playing Mr. Rogers? Well, I didn't know that. Yes, coming out in, I think a month. Yeah, A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood. I love Tom Hanks. He's one of my favorite actors. And Mr. Rogers, I grew up with him, loving him. I thought he was the best. So that's going to be a great movie. Again, like if you think like most likable actors, Tom Hanks has to be like in the top 5 or probably number 1. It's like most likable actors that are living in the business today. He's near the top of number 1. Although he sounds like he's doing his Forrest Gump a little bit. What the hello, neighbor? A box of life, a box of chocolates. So it's a little bit of that, but overall it's fine. Best baseball movie. Oh gosh. Field of Dreams is great. By the way, I can't wait for that Yankees-White Sox game in Iowa. Field of Dreams is fantastic. It doesn't make sense, but it's emotional. It's beautiful. Bull Durham's really good. Trying to think. There's others. The Natural, fantastic. Major League, a great comedy. Bob Uecker, one of my favorite characters ever. There's a lot of, and I'm sure I'm missing others. There's so many great baseball movies, though. I think it's impossible to pick just one. There's too many legendary ones. What about Correa? Do you think he's back? He hit the home run. I don't think. He hit that home run, big time home run. I think he's totally fine. We'll see what happens though when they go back to the series. But as Nats fans, you want to stay off social media right now. Oh boy, I think the Astros will win the series in 6 or 7. Hopefully, I guess if you flashed him, like you would distract him. I guess. How did they not capture that on camera? I'm trying to figure out how that would happen. So are you a movie buff in addition to a sports buff? Movie buff slightly. I mean, I try to keep track of the movies in my head, but yeah, I sports buff, entertainment buff, movie buff. I like those kind of stuff. Tiger ties the. Oh yes, congratulations to Tiger today on winning the 82nd win of his illustrious PGA Tour career. Ties him with Sam Snead. So congratulations, Tiger. You might not get the majors record, but at least you have that. 42. Oh, 42. That's right. The first time I think I ever saw Chadwick Boseman, and look where he is now. So yeah, that 42 was really good. And again, there's probably some other baseball movies. Moneyball. Oh, Moneyball. Of course, Moneyball was great. Angels in the Outfield. Oh, Sandlot. How could I forget Sandlot? Again, there's so many great baseball movies out there. Angels in the Outfield is really good. Somewhat dumb, but emotional gets to you. And Sandlot is great comedy. The Great Bambino, just terrific. That's one of the greatest scenes in the history of movies. The scene where they're playing baseball on the 4th of July and there's fireworks. It's just there's nothing more American than that. I keep waiting for a bald eagle to pop up in that scene. A League of Their Own. Oh yeah, League of Their Own. A League of Their Own is fantastic too. Great. Yeah. A lot of great female stars in that movie, and again, Hanks delivers. So, a lot of great movies out there. No crying in baseball. Too many. Oh, yeah, Pride of the Yankees. It's just, yeah, the list goes on and on. Baseball probably has the most best movies of any of the sports. And yeah, Major League. Yes. Major League's too funny. This guy here is dead. Cross him off then. Rookie of the Year too. That's I mean, I was disappointed that it didn't end with them winning the World Series. I always thought it was weird that he shows them in the ring at the end. It's I would have wanted to see you win the World Series, but whatever. I'm back. What up, Eric? But yeah, Rookie of the Year. Somewhat weird, bizarre, but yeah. I thought at the time, the only time we thought the Cubs were going to win the World Series. And it did. And for 20 years, and then the Cubs finally won it. So, good job for the Cubs. I'm glad that your only world title isn't Rookie of the Year. But yeah, great night tonight. Gerrit Cole again. Well, man, and the Astros now on the verge of a second World Series in 3 years. Rookie of the Tier. Nah, that sounds like a really sad. That sounds like a bad. That sounds like a Nicholas Sparks movie. Really sad and emotional and just really manipulative. But the Nationals held 1 run in 3 straight games, as they said on ESPN. I was looking at that stat, I'm like, that can't be right. And yeah, 1 run in 3 games. The height of offensive ineptitude. But you run into a great pitching staff, that's what happens. Can Strasburg stop Astros bats? Your news is different from Houston news, Frankie. I'm gonna guess. I'm trying to be more neutral. But yeah, I'm sure Houston news is going crazy. All those MLB The Show ads where the Cubs only win a video game no longer matters. That was a great commercial. MLB The Show 12, where they had a commercial of the Cubs winning the World. That was one of the best baseball commercials I'd ever seen. Best commercials, period. It was just so emotional, and it cuts to so real it's unreal. It's it was really beautiful. And then 4 years later, they win the World Series, and we don't, and the commercial was just a prelude. But I was always rooting for the Cubs to win the World Series. I would have rooted for the Indians to win the World Series if the Cubs weren't in it. I was so happy when the Cubs finally won. I was so happy that Steve Bartman finally had peace. It wasn't his fault. That was a lot of guys on that team's fault. Can Strasburg stop the Astros bats? I don't know. I mean, he was able to do it in what game? He was in game 2, correct? Yes, he was in game 2, and he was able to stop him for the most part. So we'll see. They're interviewing all the Astros players on Houston local news. Oh yeah, I can imagine. Again, this is ESPN right now, so that should be the award for the worst rookie of the tier. Nah, you don't want to. No, you do the anti-Rookie of the Year. I think that's what you just call it. Anti-Rookie of the Year. LVP, anti-Cy Young. Are you a Mets fan? No, Yankee fan. I like to make fun of the Mets sometimes, but yeah, the Yankees. I'm a Yankee fan, proud, and but yeah, it's got to be rough if you're the Mets watching the Nationals in the World Series. But I thought for sure after Game 2 the Nationals were going to win this series, and now I'm completely confused. And so, again, either way, this is a great series for the Washington, a great postseason for Washington, and they should be very happy with what happens. But this is going to be a brutal loss. Oh my gosh, that throw by Rodgers in the game was just insane. Aaron Rodgers, great. Oh, Matt Talia, everybody knows how that happened. Yeah. Oh boy, Mets blowing a 6-run lead to Washington there in the 9th inning. So yeah, this looked like a great game, Packers-Chiefs. I was surprised. I didn't think it would be good without Mahomes, but whatever. I'm dying at something that isn't funny at all. Well, I appreciate. I do that sometimes, especially when I'm really tired. Oh man. Yeah, this game was good, but you just gotta wonder what's going on in Washington right now. What's up with their head? What's up in their head? What do you think they're thinking right now? Like, they had to think for sure they were winning at least one game at home. They must be stunned that they're going back to Houston down 3-2. What were the odds of that? That Houston was going to win 3 straight home games? Or Houston was going to win 3 straight road games. I think Scherzer got his injury from too much licking. That might be it. That's a terrible, horrifying image I just had. But yeah, the image of his neck, just like it must have like caused something. Comparing that is like comparing the Mets to the Yankees is like comparing the Rangers to the Astros. Yeah, I get it. You want one team to win, you root desperately even though they're in the same state. What's not funny? Altuve hitting the 2 double plays tonight. You forgive it. When they win $1 million, but when they win $1 million to nothing, you forgive it. I mean, yeah, 2 double plays tonight, and his final stat was 1 for 5. So rough, but you forgive him because he's been so great. Rare, yeah. What will you do if the Mets and the Yankees meet in the World Series and the Yankees lose? Just want to know. I don't have to worry about that because that happened in 2000 and the Yankees won. But no, honestly. What would I do? I would take it hard. I wouldn't take it as hard. Like, losing to the Red Sox is worse than losing to the Mets. If I lose to the Mets, whatever. We had 2000, we'll take 2000. But if losing to the Red Sox, that stinks. It hurts. Warriors are done. Did the Warriors lose today? I haven't seen the NBA scores. Again, I don't get to see a lot of NBA scores when it's like the weekend because I'm too busy with other stuff. 120-92, Oklahoma City. Oh, yeah. Oh, John Morant. Great game today by John Morant. I saw a little bit of that, so good job. Oh, gosh. Golden State's defense. What the heck's happening? All right, who was really bad today for Golden State? Curry went 7 for 8. Curry was 2 for 9 from 3. Oh, dear. And he still was their best player. Yeah. Oh, boy. People are dancing on Golden State's graves. On his glove for some reason. Yeah, I guess. Hurts more than Astros? I was just saying, like, in general, losing to the Red Sox hurts more losing to the Mets. Like, in general, if you ask me, Frankie, what hurts more? Losing to the Red Sox, Mets, Astros, and you don't tell me the situation, I'd say losing to the Red Sox hurts the most. Yes, the Warriors lost tonight. I can't wait for the Rockets to play versus the Warriors. Oh, yeah, that might be like a 150-87 game. Wait until... Oh, gosh. Houston... Oh, gosh, the Warriors so bad on defense. What the heck happened, man? What the heck happened to them? But... Houston, you're winning in the NBA. You're winning here in baseball. Nothing really to complain about right now for Houston. And you win and you win in football too. Yes, you lost Watt, but great day for Houston. Good day to be a citizen from the city of Houston, Texas. Congratulations to you guys. Job well done. Yeah, no Houston today. Oh, Lakers got the win. That's nice. Oh boy. Man, it's just crazy. This whole series is just weird, man. I could never have predicted what would happen in the series. NBA fan base wants a piece of the Warriors now. Yeah, all of them. Like, all right, we finally I've been hearing people say like there's gonna be a lot of teams that are gonna want to take the Warriors more seriously this year because they're gonna be like, all right, finally it's our time. Finally we get to go after you. Can Astros come back again next year without Cole? I think so. I think there's enough talent on that Astros team that it's gonna be fine. I think there's enough talent offensively and with pitching. You still have Verlander. I think they'll be able to make it. I think the Astros are more likely to make it than the Nationals. So, if the Rockets play the Warriors now, you'd be looking at we're having a quadruple double. Oh gosh. Yeah, can't wait for those games. Rocket Warriors. Oh boy. I mean, Golden State's defense. Oh, this is just awful, man. They're struggling way more than I thought they would, but. Whatever. My Knicks have a bigger problem right now. Oh, what else is going on here? Panthers Niners was fun today, but yeah, I think. Have you heard all the Walgreens turn off the W's? Yeah, I saw that story. That was funny. That was kind of funny because the curly W's. I appreciate that, but yeah, no curly W's here in Houston. Just plain old W's. Warriors were once down 70-30. Oh my gosh. But can you play a little defense? A little? And can Curry... I love Curry, but please be better from the 3-point range. I'm worried that people are going to start saying, oh, Curry's overrated now. They're going to say Curry's terrible. And I hope not, because Curry's an all-time great. But yeah, I feel like if this team continues to struggle, there's going to be a lot of blame on him. Although he has not been great the first 2 games. But he's still an all-time great player. He's a legend. Hey, Frankie, maybe your Knicks can beat the Warriors now. No, I'm still not confident on that. Again, I love RJ Barrett. I'm so glad what he brings to the table, but I mean, Dennis. If I have to see any more of Dennis Smith, I'm gonna no. With Dennis Smith off the floor, I want to see Nina Killa. Team's terrible. What a joke. Sorry, I had to scream about the Knicks here. Makes me feel better. The Knicks cause so much suffering as it is. I should get back to the baseball. That's the reason why you tuned this in. That's the reason why you tuned in. Talk about baseball. Talk about another dominating performance from Houston, and they're up 3-2 now in this World Series. Could they win the whole thing? Could they win? I mean, someone's got to do it. It's in Game 6. Thank God this is not like a blowout. Yeah, Knicks are off to a 3-0. Yeah, I knew that. I know that. Knicks 0-3. Gosh, David Fizdale, poor Fizdale it's just awful. But with Houston and Washington, Houston had 10 hits tonight. Washington had 4. Just shutting them down. Let's see if they can do it in Game 6. Let's see if they can pull it off a 4-game dominating sweep of the Nationals. And if they can do it, great. If not, whatever. But Houston, you don't have to worry. If you lose this game, you don't have to panic about it. If you lose Game 6, nothing. You don't have to be too scared because I think you have Game 7 there to worry. You're at home. You should want to win Game 6, but it's not the end of the world if you don't win Game 6. LVP is either Jameis or OBJ. I feel like there's more LVPs than that, but Jameis and OBJ are good candidates, though. Mayfield, I would go for more on Cleveland's team. Pick for MVP right now. Top 3 right now, I'd say Rodgers, Wilson, and Watson. That's my top 3 right now. And you can add McCaffrey there at 4. But yeah, I don't have a total pick yet because it's so close, and there's so much of the season to go. But yeah, those are my top 3 candidates right now. The Suns, yeah, Phoenix. They lose their top sophomore star, and they're playing well. Give them credit. They're a nice, young, scrappy team. We'll see how it is in the West. They didn't play today, but. Sure, I'm an Astros fan, but when I heard Max was scratching about bad Nationals, he was their best chance. Oh, that's good. That's nice to see that you had a heart there. It was good to see that you were like, I feel bad for you guys. And yeah, for me, I felt bad too because I'm a baseball fan, and I'm like, ow, like that just stinks that we have to lose a great matchup like Scherzer Cole. I second that. Yeah, that was just such a bummer. But you also sat there and you're like, you're playing the math in your head, and you're like, Houston's probably going to win this game, and it would be a bad job if they did. That's what I've been telling Frankie. I think they'll probably give the MVP to Rodgers this year. Yeah, that's Rodgers is given a serious run for it. Another fantastic year for Rodgers. But yeah, Rodgers is great. Again, he's always great, and this year after a little bit of a struggle, he's really carrying this team. So fantastic job by Rodgers. Don't know again. I don't know if he's gonna win. We're a long way away. I thought Mahomes was gonna totally destroy it, and now it's like I don't know anymore. So it's a wide open race, which is fun. Wide open MVP races are fun, where it's controversial and people debate it. I'm interested to see what will happen over the next 9 weeks as we decide an MVP. Derrick Henry isn't getting anything going as he should. Great average, barely getting any attempts, and that's on coaching more than anything. Yeah, Henry's been rough. The whole Tennessee team has been. I mean, when Ryan Tannehill is doing better than Marcus Mariota, I feel like that's the main problem. It's just. I said back in week 1, I said Tennessee's not a good team. How do they beat Cleveland? And all the Titans fans screamed at me like, "Well, can you say Tennessee's not good?" It's like, oh, here, look. You have Mariota there as starter. You know, he's been just completely underwhelming. He and Jameis look like they're heading for the XFL next year. Deshaun's eye looks like James Harden died in the playoffs. Yeah, that was rough. Good for Deshaun. I didn't know you could get poked in the eye, like in football. I didn't know the helmet and all that, but he got poked in the eye and looks like he's fine. So good for him. I'm glad he didn't lose an eye, but again, good for him that he's okay. And we'll see what happens there with Houston. I mean, they're competing there for that title with Indianapolis in the AFC South. I don't think Jacksonville's going to be too much of a contender. I think Jacksonville has too many losses, but. Keep an eye there on that Houston versus Indianapolis battle. Deshaun's a Warrior, yes. I wish their bye week was this week. Yeah, but you don't choose the bye weeks. I would do the bye weeks differently. I don't like the way they do the bye weeks. I'd probably do my bye weeks like week 4 to 11 or something like that, or week like 6 to 13, in which all four teams get, in which 4 teams a week get bye weeks. That's how I would do it. The Secretary of the Titans is doing its job. That's the most underrated unit in football. Oh yeah, they're doing well. It's just the quarterback play. I don't trust it. I don't trust Tannehill to do this more often. Titans are here playing versus the Jaguars in London next week. Then they go on their bye week. Well, yeah, that would be how it would be. I think you're gonna win that game, but wow, and London just keeps getting these. When was the only good? Has there ever been a great London game? Like London just keeps getting the worst games. And please, NFL, can we stop with the London games? If we're not gonna put a team there, don't even bother. Tell us the story of how you became a Yankee fan. Do I have to tell it again? I won't tell my dad the whole Mets stuff, but I did that whole time. But I became a Yankee fan when I was like 2-3 years old, and I would watch CBS because there was Nickelodeon on CBS, and I watched Nickelodeon at the time, like the stupid shows they had on then. And one of the shows they had on Nickelodeon, or on CBS after Nickelodeon on CBS had Yankee games. They would advertise Yankee games because the Yankees were on CBS for 2-3 years. So I would watch the Yankees games. I would tune in, and I became a Yankee fan, and very happy for that. The Astros are destroying the Nats. Yeah. I don't know how it's happening, but they are. Wishing that both teams stay in London. I don't want an NFL team in London at all. I think that's a terrible idea. I think it's the National Football League. It's not the international, the National Football League. Just keep the 32 teams there. If you want to move the Jaguars, move them to a town that needs them better, but please just stop with the no. I don't think London wants a team. Does London really want the Jaguars? Yes, this game bad for Nationals, but Astros were getting dogged at 0-2. No sympathy. Yeah, I mean, we all thought, right here, Morris, I was right here. I said, the Astros are done. I don't see them coming back from 2-0. And you know what? They've played great. They've dominated. They've just completely and utterly, totally taken apart the Washington Nationals by their pitching and their hitting. NFL Europe failed. Why try again? Because the NFL is run by idiots. Roger Goodell's a moron. I agree. Deshaun is a warrior. At least his season is still going on like J.J. Watt is out for the rest of the season. I mean, I'm not going to blame J.J. Watt and say J.J. Watt's not a warrior. Sometimes your health betrays you. As a Texans fan, they hope they keep Bryant at quarterback and not draft a quarterback. Yeah, we'll see how it all. I mean, if you want to sit there and trust Ryan Tannehill, I mean, whatever. We saw what he can do in Miami. Hearts, Diamonds, baseball. Good for you, Irish Ferris. Good for you that you're getting the win here. Very, very happy for all you. I have no hatred for you, Astros fans. Good for you guys that you're getting this win. And as for Washington, all right, yeah, you get 2 more games to really see. I said it then, I'll say it here. There are no bad teams in the postseason. Anyone can win. Were there any bad teams in this postseason? Maybe this. I was gonna say the Twins, but the Twins won 100 games. No, not really. Yeah, I can't really think. Maybe Milwaukee. I guess Milwaukee's the closest thing to a bad team. Hey, what's up, Noah? We're talking about the postseason here. We're talking about World Series. Great win tonight from Houston. Can't believe this happened again. 3 games in a row on the road. Again, Road Warriors. No, this World Series is called. This World Series affectionately titled Road Warriors. Like that second Mad Max movie, I think it was. How are you, man? I'm doing well. Can't complain. Life's good, and enjoying the baseball, enjoying this World Series. Really fun. Underrated World Series. It's not going to be a classic, I don't think, but it's a fun series. You get involved in it. There hasn't been any legendary games. Like 2017 had 2 legendary games. 2018 had a legendary game. 2016 had a few legendary games. Altuve's. I mean, he was not great tonight hitting, but usually we see like this guy is unbelievable. He hit in 2 double plays tonight, but we've seen him in this World Series for the most part. He's been great. The Colts almost lost to the Broncos today. Good for Adam Vinatieri that you got the game-winning field goal, but yeah, for Denver, I don't know what's going on there. And man, Flacco, I understand like him calling out his play calling, and I agree. But can you play better? Would you stop living off your one great postseason that you had like 7-8 years ago? Home field advantage is canceled. Yeah, that doesn't exist anymore. Remember when baseball tried to make the All-Star game centered around home field advantage in the World Series? What a riot! You wear other teams' gear, so I'll still have Yankees fan getting dogged for an Astros gear. No. I don't really wear. Yeah, I don't really wear. The only other team's gear I wear, my family from Virginia got me Virginia Cavaliers shirts. I wear them sometimes. I don't usually wear them. I didn't wear them at all after they lost to the 16 seed in the tournament. I did wear them after they won the championship. After they won the championship, I wore them. Even though the Giants lost, good to see Daniel Jones play great. 4 touchdowns, one defense is good, yes. I'll give you that. The rough day for the Giants in terms of their pass defense is just horrendous. But in terms of developing a young quarterback, Daniel Jones was great today. No complaint. Daniel Jones was fantastic. And he really stepped up and delivered, and he showed good signs for what he could be in 2020. It's not about 2019 for the Giants. It's about 2020. And if you can get this kid to develop, then you've done your job here. But he's a better quarterback right now than Sam Darnold. Who would have thought that halfway through the season, that Daniel Jones would be a better quarterback than Sam Darnold? The Broncos just need to draft another quarterback or go after Nick Foles in the offseason. Nick Foles, again, this guy's just had the worst luck, Nick Foles. He might lose his job again to Minshew. The Broncos, yeah. Also, fire Elway. He clearly has no idea how to pick quarterbacks. For such a great quarterback, he doesn't know how to pick one. Yankees need to update your uniforms. No, their uniforms are fine. I love them. What do you think about the XFL? The XFL 30 for 30 is one of the greatest things I've ever seen. I love that documentary so much. The old XFL was interesting. It was fun. I see this as Vince trying to right a wrong. Vince, that's one of the great embarrassments in sports, and Vince wants to correct it. Even if this isn't a total success, he doesn't want this to be an embarrassment. So will it work? I mean, I thought the AFL? What was that league that just came out? What was that? Okay, I'm blanking here. There was the AAF, I think it was, the American Lions Football. That league, I thought that league was had a much better chance of working, and that failed. That didn't even last a season. So that makes me think, if the AAF couldn't work, then I think the XFL has little to no shot. But I could be wrong here. The product has to be good. Vince has to stay out of the way. But yeah, I just don't think right now there's just not enough room for a second football league. I just think it's the NFL and that's it. It's a monopoly. What do you think about the home play ump calls? They're bad, but for me to sit here and scream and yell about it would just feel like, or say that one team got better calls in favor of the other. They both got terrible calls. Baseball does need to work on that, but I'm not going to go crazy on it. Bears might go after... Trubisky is terrible. Oh my gosh. He's not gotten better at all. He needs them to get better if they want to contend next year. Or this year, I'm sorry. I said this last year. If the Bears want to contend next year, he's got to get better. And no, he's awful. How has he gotten so much worse? And Nagy, give me a break. You're terrible in the red zone. So that's a rough one there for both of those teams. But Bears and Jacksonville. Jacksonville might have their quarterback. Bears, I don't know. Baker is terrible. Yeah, Baker too. Although that might be coaching. Freddie Kitchens doesn't seem like he knows. It was so bad today watching Freddie Kitchens and the Browns. I was sitting there going, should they have fired Hugh Jackson? It was actually crossing my mind, was Hugh Jackson that bad? And then I remembered that he went 0-16. I was like, oh yeah, he was bad. But oh my gosh. Yeah, what a biggest disappointments of this year. Cleveland's right near the top. Expecting so much of this team, and they start 2-5. And how long is it before the locker room implodes? How much longer before this locker room just self-destructs? Trubisky's holding them back. He's not really good. Trade up to him, get him. No one thought Mahomes would be this good, but you pressed up on Watson too. Yeah, the Watson one, the Mahomes one I can understand. Watson, there was a lot of good talk about him before the draft. So, I don't know what you do with, because Trubisky, I think we all know what Trubisky's going to be. The problem is he's not bad enough to where you can get rid of him yet. He's not terrible enough where you have to get rid of him, but he's also not good enough to where he's going to be good for the next 5-10 years. He might just be that kind of quarterback who's just painfully average, and then a few years from now he gets a 7-year, $160 million contract because football. I saw Matt Schaub today. Yeah, I thought Matt Schaub was dead. I was shocked to see he was still playing and threw for 400 yards. That was a bad job by Seattle. How do you give up 400 yards to Matt Schaub, who's like Mr. Pick Six? Give me a break there. That was brutal. Just a horrendous job there. Yeah, that was, gosh. So, do you want to, any more comments here, guys? Any more questions? I do want to say, he wasn't that bad. No, Matt Schaub, near the end, Matt Schaub had some good moments, but all I'll remember, his main legacy is I think he threw 4 pick sixes in consecutive games. In consecutive games, he threw 4 straight games, had a pick six. So, I don't know what happened to him. I guess he just lost his confidence, and he was. Yankees really just said they're going to stick with the pitching. Cashman, what are you doing? You need pitching. Stop being a moron. You're better than this, Cashman. Stop it with this and stop off your analytics high horse, okay? Realize you need starting pitching. Your pitching is not good enough. If you want to compete with Houston next year, and you want to compete with whoever in baseball next year, your pitching has to get better. Your pitching was the main reason why this team was failed this year in the postseason. Along with the hitting, not hitting, but you know what? You can't help that. So you gotta help with the pitching. You gotta get a starting pitcher, and for you to sit there and go, I'm gonna stick with what I am, just speaks of arrogance. And I like Cashman, but come on. I'm glad the Texans traded up to get Watson. Yeah, it was great. I know. How did Wilson not throw for 200 yards versus the Falcons? Probably because they ran the ball more, maybe. Yeah, that was shocking too. Seattle, it was an ugly win, but they got the win. They're 6-2. They've gotten a lot of ugly wins, but they've gotten it done. And I think they're a good team. They haven't really beaten that many good teams, but hey, they're 6-2. They keep rolling. The Cowboys versus the Giants, 6 Monday night at MetLife Stadium. Gosh, another Monday Night Football game featuring a New York football team. I'm sick of it. Stop putting New York football teams on Monday Night Football. It's not worth it. No one likes it. The Bears need to run the ball. Yeah, that's probably their best option right now. Who's the better coach, Gerrit Kubiak or Ball? No, I'll say Kubiak, because didn't Kubiak get a ring? Kubiak got him a ring in there in Denver. I mean, that was a great defense, but yeah, Kubiak got a ring. Gerrit Kubiak is doing great with the Vikings now. Yeah. So he won with Denver. I remember he was awful in Houston, if I remember correctly. Or no, he was good in Houston for a while. Then didn't Houston go like 2 for 14 in 2013? No, Houston had like 1 week. Again, Houston had through pick 6 in 5 straight games. They were awful in 2013, but then allowed him to get Clowney, so it all worked out. But now Clowney's gone, so what am I saying? Any more comments here, guys? Just want to say this. You homeschooled? How was that? Ever skip class? Oh, yeah. It says homeschool room. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I was homeschooled. Tried public school. It was rough. Had a rough experience there. But then I went to private school. That was also a terrible experience, but I met my best friends in the world through there, so that was great. Then I went homeschooled for ever since 2010. It's actually pretty cool. Never skipped class. Always did class. It's fun. Terrible social life. But you know what? In terms of like peace of mind, relaxation, it's good. And I did get some social time, but yeah, it was nice. So I'm not ashamed of this. I'm not ashamed of the homeschool. I'm not ashamed of the homeschool. I'm surprised. Like usually like my TV's like, is my TV ever like? No, okay. Because I'm wondering. Yeah, this always says homeschool, and no one's really pointed it out yet before. I want Bill O'Brien gone. From Houston, I mean, they're still winning. They're still up there in the division. I wouldn't get rid of them. Next year, the Texans are gonna play the Vikings, so that'll be good. Can't wait to see that. Frankie was too gangster for public. Jeez, for gangster. Oh no, I was. Call me a lot of things. Gangster is not one of them. No, a complete opposite. I was white bread. And Packers. Texans play the Vikings, Packers, Bears, and Lions next year. So keep an eye out for that. Any more final comments here, guys? Any more final questions? Because I just want to remind you guys, if you like what you see, if you're new to this channel and you like what you see, click down there and subscribe for more content. The next video we'll do, I guess it'll be Tuesday, because I'm not going to do a video tomorrow. I'm not doing Steelers-Dolphins, so I'm probably going to take tomorrow off, which I usually don't do, but there's nothing really going on in sports. And I'll be back on Tuesday night after Game 6. We'll be back here. If the Astros win, we'll have the trophy presentation. We'll have a live reaction to that. It'll be great. And if not, we'll just do a regular post-game show. The Texans have never beaten the Vikings, though. Oh, that's interesting. Final comment, Astros are back. Yes, they are back and better than ever. Back in black. Don't end the stream. No, I've been doing this for an hour, man. I'm sorry. I gotta end this. It's 12:30 here on the East Coast. I gotta get going, Again, I'm glad that you love the stream so much, but, I've been doing this for an hour, so see you Game 6. I'll see you too, Spark. Why Monday Night Football games so bad? Because ESPN, because the NFL puts all their good games on NBC, and even for some reason Thursday Night Football sometimes have good games. Yeah, Monday Night Football has not been the same since it went to ESPN. ESPN does not get those great games anymore, which is a shame, which is a bummer, because I love Monday Night Football. Back in the old days, Monday Night Football was great. When I had Howard Cosell and Dan Meredith and Frank Gifford. I know I'm missing somebody, but Monday Night Football was great, and then it went to Sunday Night Football. So all the good games went to Sunday Night Football. So Texans, I'm from Houston. More coverage than the Astros. Sad. Football is bigger than baseball, I guess. It should be. You should be spending way more time on the Astros. Your Astros are on the verge of winning a title. Spend more time on that. Go till 2. Let Frankie enjoy his night. No, I know the hose. No, I guess I don't know if that's a slur or if that is. I apologize. No, I do not. No. Again, girls don't want me, dude. Girls, no. I had one. I told the story last night. I've had one. I think I've had one girlfriend ever, and she was a lesbian. So my dating life has been rough. Okay. Washington Nationals employees brought up the stage on the fire field for the World Series before the start of Game 3. Sports News posted on Twitter. There's nothing wrong with that. Preparation. Like, people think, oh, they're doing the jinx. No, they're preparing. I'm sure you can go through every single possible, like, and they've done that before. They have to do it to prepare. So, like, for me to sit there and, like, criticize, no. It's like, people want to sit there and jinx it. They're preparing, okay? So, Morris, I can't sleep. Oh, sorry, man. Sorry. Insomnia or whatever. Yeah, gotta sleep. Just, relax, enjoy. Yeah. Yes. That again, my dating life has been rough. It's been, and then in 5th grade, everybody thought I had a crush on this one girl, and I didn't. Everybody thought I had a crush on this girl, and everybody thought she had a crush on me. We didn't, and it created the most awkward year of school ever. Noah, you're a child. You are a child. I'm not falling for that. I'm not a moron. I was born at night, but it wasn't last night. Oh, you deleted the tweet. Thank you. Thanks. It's been fun. I have to remember the time zone. Your Eastern time zone. You can go to bed. Yes. LML joking with you, Frankie. Older women don't get any better. No, I think women do. No, I mean, I love women. I hope that's not a controversial take. It's just been rough for me. I think I'll get better. Girls love guys with YouTube channels. Oh, if that's the case, then I mean, ladies, if you're watching, no, I'm not doing it. I'm not a moron, okay? I'm not... Whatever. This is why I have to end the stream. It's 12:30 at night, or in the morning. And we get... The crazy things happen at 12:30 in the morning. Alright, so, just a heads up, guys. Again, the Astros Nationals Game 6 show will be taking place right after Game 6, obviously. So check that out then. We'll either be doing a trophy presentation show, we'll be showing the screen, trophy presentation, all that, or we'll be doing a normal post-game show. Great post-game stream, Frank. Thank you, David. Any final comments here, guys? Any final questions? So, final thoughts here. Astros were dominant. Good night. Thanks, Park. Astros dominant again. They were great again. It's amazing they've done this 3 times on the road. I thought it was impossible for them to do it, but they kept hitting, and the pitching was dominant, and here they are. No, good night, Frankie. Get rest. Thank you, Chief Hugo. No, I'm sorry. Go back and watch the other hour. I did this for an hour before. Okay? I'm sorry, Noah. I apologize. Good night, Nat. Good game, Nats. Good night, Frankie. Thank you, Eric. Good night, Moon. Good night, Stars. So yeah, sorry, man, but it's time. I gotta get my sleep, man. Go till 1. No, sorry, man. I'm sorry. Good night, Frankie. Thank you, David. This was a great series so far. A very fun, entertaining, interesting series, but. Good night, great stream. See you after the next game. Thank you. See you Tuesday night. Thank you, Rennie. So yeah, a great last 3 games here for Houston, and it'll be interesting to see what happens in Game 6. Who the Nationals start will be a topic of conversation. I don't know who they've gone with yet. I assume it's Strasburg, but don't rule out Scherzer. Get in the call. Go Frankie. Awesome stream. Thank you, Ruben. So yeah, just joking. You have a good one. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Noah. Don't leave me Don't hold me hostage. Go Stros. All right, thank you, Ruben. So I guess you guys are all tuned out. So I guess I'll get going here. Thank you guys again so much for watching. If you like what you see, are you going to do any post-game tomorrow night? For what? Steelers-Dolphins? No post-game tomorrow night. Sorry, man. I'm taking the day off. I need my rest, okay? I'll be back after Game 6. Don't worry. So thank you guys again for watching. No, you said you were joking. No, please. No, I like you. Please, don't take this too personally, okay? I'm a tired old man, okay? Frankie DM's YouTube groupies and dudes for Houston. Morris, I don't know where you get these ideas. You think I just live in this world where I have women at my beckoning call, where I'm just surrounded by money, and and I can do whatever I want, and I drive like this convertible with the top down, blaring, Jay-Z. I don't know, what world are you living in? Noah, stop, please. You're driving me crazy, Noah. All right, so yeah, I think I can roll now. Old LOL. No, stop, please. Whatever. Just I might have to block Noah. No, actually, I won't do that. No. LOL. Just kidding. No, stop. Thank you guys. Okay, I'm gonna get out of here because Noah's making me end this. Okay, the way Noah is, he's making me end this. Thank you guys again for watching this. As always, if you like what you see, click down there and subscribe. I will be back Tuesday night with a live reaction to Game 6 of Astros and Nationals. Either it'll be a trophy presentation or not. That's why the NFL sells game only because of the money. Yeah. Go, yeah, man. No, more. No, Noah's a great guy. He's just annoying me right now for some reason, Morris. Don't pick a fight. Apologize to Noah. It's okay. I'm just playing. Good night. I'm just playing. Yeah. So let's all calm down. We are the world. We're here to bring peace to the land. I think I'm over now. Have a good one. Thank you, Noah. Morris, have a good one. And again, please apologize to Noah. There's no need for that kind of. We're all here to have fun, and that's hopefully what we have here on the Frankie G YouTube channel, whatever this is. Thank you guys for watching. I'll be back Tuesday night. Until then, take care. God bless. And congrats to the Astros on a big Game 5 win.